Hey, what's up everyone on YouTube and Twitter? So since the last video where I discussed Bitcoin was likely to break $100,000, it broke $100,000 last night. This was finally the moment that everyone has been waiting years and years and years for, even going back to 2017. At that time, there was many people calling for 100,000 Bitcoin when Bitcoin got to around 20,000. Then last cycle, the same exact thing, but finally Bitcoin did it. It broke through $100,000. It got all the way up to around $104,000. And then it crashed. It crashed all the way down to approximately $92,000. There was a lot of leverage built up. A lot of people got excited. A lot of people started to long here, and it was all flush. But overall, as you look at this Bitcoin chart, in my opinion, this still looks like this is set up to continue. The 10 SMA is starting to move up once again. It was moving down for the past few days, which kind of led to the little downside that we had, but now it's moving up. We are above the 10 SMA. It's going to make a decision right here. The 10 SMA is going to continue to push over this next day or so up to this level. So if Bitcoin wants to break out of this, it's going to have to. If Bitcoin doesn't want to, it's going to break below this 10 SMA. It has to do this basically within the next 2 days. So I think Bitcoin is set up to just break through this once again. If we were to lose this 10 SMA, the area of support that I would look to would be around this $93,000 level, which was the last wick low. As long as we are above this, I think Bitcoin will eventually want to continue. But I think this is set up. I think this is really set up to get through $100,000 once again and then continue upward. The Fibonacci target that we're really looking for Bitcoin at this point would be the 2.618, which falls around $114,000. So that's really the target that Bitcoin is eyeing next on this next move up if it is going to continue. Now, if we go over to Ethereum, Ethereum is setting up the same way as it did back here in 2020. So back in 2020, once when Bitcoin broke its all-time high, it took Ethereum approximately 48 days to clear its all-time high, which was back here. If we look at this was the 48-day span it took for Ethereum to get to its all-time high once when Bitcoin broke its all-time high. And interestingly enough, Ethereum's biggest candle took place right here, and this was the day that Bitcoin broke 30K or the day after. Ethereum moved up approximately 40% the following day. So I do think if we fast forward to today, I think Bitcoin breaking $100,000 is even more significant than Bitcoin breaking $30,000. So if something were to play out similarly, that means Ethereum is on the cusp of a big move. If you look at the chart for Ethereum, it's basically sitting below the last resistance before it would push up to all-time high. So Ethereum could really move up to all-time highs any day now. Once when it clears this resistance, it really has free reign to push up to this 4,900 area, which was the all-time high from back in 2021. And now lastly, if we look at Bitcoin dominance, despite Bitcoin moving up past $100,000, Bitcoin dominance is still where it was at almost 24 hours ago. And during this pullback for Bitcoin, dominance also dropped. So this really signals that the alts are gaining strength against Bitcoin. The altcoin market is definitely heating up. A lot of the alts really were not affected by Bitcoin, despite it dropping almost $10,000 or $12,000 very fast. Usually in the past, especially in a bear market, alts would absolutely get destroyed. We did not see that. So I do think that the altcoin market is definitely showing strength. I think that we are at the start of the alt season. I discussed this in the last video. So this is the most opportune time in crypto. This is where most people make their gains, but they also lose it because a lot of people do not sell, unfortunately. But there's a lot of opportunity. I think we're just at the start of this, and I think that this will last at least for a few more months. If you are interested and want extra content, I do have a Patreon. I'm discussing dominance, Bitcoin, ETH, alts, as well as making sure to take profits during this bull run. I think that is very important. So if you're interested in that, I do have a Patreon. It's in my Twitter bio as well as my YouTube bio below. So we will see what happens with Bitcoin here as it pushes through $98,000 as I end this video. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. It helps my channel. And if you're watching on Twitter, make sure to also follow my YouTube channel. I will see you guys in the next video.